はい、皆さんこんにちは、オグマです。忘れられた都市ですね。前回の続きをやっていきたいと思います。今やってるクエストは死の喘ぎかね、ルクレティアの悩みの原因を突き止めるということなんで、マーカーついてますんでね、やっていきたいと思います。早速噛みましたね。はいはい。そう、三角ボタンでね、確認できますんでね。さあ行きましょう。さあ。こっちですね。はい。道中特に探索するところはあんまなさそうな感じですよね、このゲームはね。一応丸ボタンでジャンプはできるが、どっちから行ける？こっちから行ける？はい、よいしょ。なんかガクガクするな。どっちからでもいけるか。さあ、一応話しかけたりできる。お、政務官。さっき話したけどね。いや、まだ調査してません。すいません。そうだな。黄金律を破ろうとしているものについて話をしたいと。うん。もうちょっと調査しますね。すみません。これ、後でいいか。ちょっとで、行った後にしようか。はいはい。この話を後にしてた。はいはい。ちょっと一旦行きます。いろいろ聞きたいことをね、黄金律についてとかも気になるところではあるが、それで一旦ちょっとやるべきことをやりましょう。はい、行きます。なんか腕立て伏せしてるやつがいるぞ。お、頑張ってるな、お前。はい、見知らぬ人物。ちょっと話してみよう。こんにちは、どうも。お、なんだ。何のこと？あまり。まあ選挙ありますからね。選挙の話はしてませんよ。
Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
なるほど。そうだな。別に選挙には関心ありません、私は。すみません。なんか文字にできない文句を言ったのかな。はい、そうだな。じゃあなんか質問していい？ちょっと。あなたのことを教えてほしい。ドミティウス。はい。なんで剣闘士のような格好してる？それは失礼しました。でもここには闘技場ないぞと。逆ギレすんなよもう。じゃあマレーオラスについてはマレーオラスに合わせてほしいと。なんだコメントは
？See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
なるほど。なるほど。OK、わかった。ちょっとこれまだ後にしましょう。何が望みなんだ？なんかいいもの。なるほど。賄賂を求めることは罪じゃないのか
？That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
何ができるか考える。
Just make it good.
はい、わかりました。ここから出る方法知ってますか？
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
黄金律について。
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
終わらせてくれるならね、彼はどうするつもりだ？
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
なるほど。なぜ今ここで言えない？
Because if I tell you and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans, and we can't have that.
なるほど。ちょっと信じられないけど、素晴らしいとか言ってみようか。
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way.
かたくなですね。わかりました。そうだな。誰に投票するつもりだ。これ聞くまでもないけど。
Malleolus, of course.
聞くまでもないよね。
If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
はい、あなたが欲しがっていた貢ぎ物について。
Yeah?
ああ、ごめん
What
なさい、ま
have
だ
you
持って
got
きてません。
for
すみま
me?
せん。まあ別の方法ね。はい。
If you set one foot in that villa without permission, I'll skin you alive, you pusillanimous
すごい
cemeterious
悪口言ってんだ
locust.
ろうね。はい。わかりました。よし、まあとりあえず、まあ先にミッション行いましょう。はい、行きます。こっち、はい。ここ通りますか？通っていいですか？こんにちは。ホラティウス。
On your best behavior, I trust. What now?
あなたのことを教えてほしい。
I'm a legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
なるほどね。どうやってここに？
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
なるほど、それは大変だ。
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
なるほど。政務官について教えてほしい。
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
ここから出る方法は？
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
なるほど。市民の記録を見たい。
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
どうも。アウレリア階級平民と、酒場系、貧民街の酒場、覚書、出口を知っているとし、そうなんだ。じゃあアウレリアには会わなきゃいけませんね。クラウディアは貴族、マレオラスの、妻、邸宅、覚書は特になし。レキウスは、商人というだけか。OK、わかりました。はい。OK。ありがとう。
Of course.
大声についてどう思いますか？
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone.
有効かもしれないけどね。
If you knew you could be executed because your brother in arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
なるほど。ってことはあなたは賛成なの？
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh.
郷にいればってやつだね。
As with the golden rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
言いたいことはわかるね。はい。私がもともといた場所ではそれは集団的懲罰とみなされ、戦争犯罪になると。
War crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
そうだな。まあもともと住んでる世界が違うね。
Seems that way. War crimes.
まあこの辺りはね、ちょっとどうしようもない部分があるね。別の話をしましょう。はい。
If you like.
はい。誰に投票するの？
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that slaves at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
なるほど。まあなんか手伝えることは？
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here.
まあね。
I just can't see how you could
そうだね。
make an impact in the
そりゃ
time
そうだけ
between
ど。
now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
はい、わかりました。なんかいろいろちょっとクエストが来ちゃってるな。はい、もう行きますわ。
All right?
はいはい。ちょっと待ってね。いろいろ、あれもう一人隣行ったと思うんだけど、どこ行っちゃったな。まあいいや、とりあえず先にちょっとね、ちょっと最初のミッションこなしましょう。あ、ちょっと待って。話できるよな。話聞けるやつは話聞いた方がいいだろうな。多分な。見知らない人、はい。
Name's Rufius.
ルフィウス。
Better watch
お
your
お、
step.
なんかおっかないね。あなたのことを教えて
Can't
ください。
talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Solutia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions.
敵の軍団。
The one they call ironclads.
腕に自信はある感じですね。どうやってここに？
Same way as everyone else.
なぜあなたはまだ軍団兵の鎧を着ている？
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
武器を持ってないのか？
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm.
あ、
Stupid.
そうか。
Going to have to improvise now.
現政務官にはあまりちょっとね友好的ではないのかな。あまり話さないかな。
If you were dealing with what I am,
はい、すいません。
you wouldn't
はい、すいませんでした。あなた何の老人なんだ？
None of your business.
あ、また文句言われ
Keep some coming true.
た。また文句言われた。はい、別の話します
We。have to.
はい。あとはここから出る方法は？
If I did, do you think
そうだ
we'd
ね。
be having this conversation?
聞くだけ無駄かこれは。黄金についてどうですか？
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
どういう意味？
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong, while we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
何が起きると思う？
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
そうか。まあ正しいじゃ正しいかな。
Of course I am.
当然だ。はい。誰に投票するのか？
Meliodas.
ああ、そうですか。
Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin.
マレオラスか。まあそんな感じはしたけどね。投票先を変える気はないんですか？
No.
ない。わかりました。ありがとう。
Whatever.
どうもありがとう。よし、じゃあ行こう。これ調べられるか？調べられないか。よし、じゃあ行こう。とりあえずここですね。はい。入れるかな？ OK。よし。さあ。こんにちは。どうも。ルクーレティアね。はい。お待たせ。
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
何があった？
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing.
解毒薬か。
And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, That'll be 1,000 denarii. There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly. Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
ことにはならないんじゃないか。なんか手伝えることは？
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead,
なんでしょう？
there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetic comforter and scratching his eyes out.
はい、OK。よし、今すぐ取り掛かりましょう。いいでしょう。
Come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
OK。よし、じゃあ行こうか。向こうか。よし、わかった。とりあえずこのままやればいいから、シルフィウムの強さを渡すようにレキウスの説得を試みる。OK。とりあえず説得すればいいな。OK。あ、すぐそこにいるじゃん。OK。話が早いね。おい、こら。
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff. Hi, salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the empire. I'm Dacius.
ちょっとね、話があるんですよ。
Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
はい、これね、シルフィウムの樹脂を分けてほしい。
Certainly.
ああ、やっぱ同じだね。
Reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
もうそんな金はないよ。そうだ、そんな金は持ってませんよ。
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within
あ
your
れ
budget.
ダメあれダメってこと盗むのねってことは OK、わかりました。了解、わかった。とりあえずちょっといろいろ話しましょう。
You
なる
mean
ほ
how did I end up here?
ど。わかっ
That is a lengthy tale.
た。ぜひ聞きたい。
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
なんだろう。少女なんだ。
The girl?
違った。
All my valuables.
いや、少女じゃないの
Or the girl.
ダメ
I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
なんだろう。結局その少女を連れて行ったのか
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
それはお気の毒。
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
なるほど。ここから出る方法を知ってますか
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but...
なんかあったね、そういえば。
Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
ありがとう。で、オーグリについてどうですか
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
まあまあまあ何ができるか考える。これか。政務官は武器の所有を禁じているのでは？
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
まあね。
Thank you, friend.
考えておきますよ。投票を誰にするんですか？
Malleolus.
ああ、この人もか。
Couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
オッケー。言ってもダメかな？まあちょっとこれはやめとこうか。ね。オッケー。
Certainly.
じゃあもう行くわ。
Very well.
今の政務官あんま人気ないね。オッケー。で、とりあえず盗まなきゃいけない。どこにあるんだろうか。あ、ここか。これか。ちょっと待って。撮っていい？見てない、大丈夫？こうぐるっと回して。で、丸ボタンのアイテムを盗むか。よし。じゃあ。さよなら。おお、なんだ。ちょっと、なに、どういうことあ、なにどうしたなんか、ちょっと私があれか盗んだのがまずかった？ちょっと、とりあえず追ってくよ。何がどうしてこうなった？ちょっと、おい、待ってくれ。話す。取り込み中だ。何？ちょっと待って。なんかいける。戻ってきた。戻ってきたっていうか、また最初から？あれ？なんだ戻ってきちゃったよ。ユーリアが死んでしまう前にルクレティアにシルフィの住所を。はい。じゃあなんで戻ってきた？ちょっとお前の話はもういいや。はい。
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
もうわかった。
I guess how much did I drink last night?
はい。大丈夫。私も行くから。はい。わかった。もう私行くから。ちょっと。あれ？ループしてるな。ジップラインのハンドル。簡単な作りの木製ジップラインのハンドル。取れます。
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
そうなんだ。
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake.
はい、ありがとう。
Haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
はい、ありがとう。
All right. See you around.
はい。で、これのこと？これかな？ジップライン、なるほど。OK。確かにこれは早いんだ。OK。よし。さあ、ちょっと行くわ。ちょっと、急がないと。いや、さっきの何だったんだ？盗んだのがまずかったのか、定期的に起こることなのかちょっとわからないな。とりあえず急ごう。急いで。はい、持ってきたぞ。はい、お待たせ。はい、盗んできたから。
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman?
はい、まだ持ってきてる。大丈夫よ。なるほど。こうやって一個ずつ解決していくのか。持ってるよ。はい。
Quick, give it here.
はい。
Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment, are you some kind of oracle?
私はタイムトラベラーだ。言ってもおそらく信じてもらえないだろう。
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
はい、あなたのことを教えてください。
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
どうやってここに？
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
それは大変だ。
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
なるほど。なぜ聖堂で働いているのか？
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
なるほどね。はい、ナエビアの話を詳しく聞きたい。
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain.
それは誰？
I really shouldn't say.
あら。
He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
なるほどね。ちょっとやろうかな。やろうか、じゃあ。OK。
Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you.
なんか医者の手伝いばっかしてるけどいいのかなまあじゃあとりあえず行こうか。なんか宮殿にいるナイビアの歌に行くと、はいはいはい。宮殿どこにいるんだろう。まあ宮殿っていうのはあそこのことかな。お、なんだ。こいつは違うな。宮殿だからここは入れないか。ちょっと待ってね。この中にいるかな。ナエビアさんはどこだ？この辺のものがなんか窯元調べる。なんか見知らぬ女性。これは
I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
あなたのことを知りたい。あ、センティア。違うな。
But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
この土地の人間じゃないんです。
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and
それはどうも。
impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
そうだな、ここから出る方法知ってますか？
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to
すい
Sensei.
ません。
I wish you mouth breathers would just
怒らしちゃったね。
leave me alone.
はい、何か手伝えることは？
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
そうだな。彼女に最後に会ったのはいつですか？
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy, in love. We went into our rooms. I went to sleep.
3
When I
週
woke
間前
up,
か。
she was gone. That's it.
彼女は誰かと付き合ってたか？
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
どうして？
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
なるほど。あなたの父は私と話した時にはその話題には触れなかった。なぜだと思う？
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
彼女の恋人が関わっている可能性は？
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
センティウス、センティア、センティラ、なぜそんな似てる？そう、本当ね、名前が似てるよね。
Really aren't from here, are
い
you?
や、本当覚えられないん
All
ですよ。
Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she's affectionately known as Sentilla.
なるほど。妹が失踪したというのにあなたは全く平気のように見える。
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with my disappearance.
わけではないけど、そうだな。見た目がそうでというだけ
If
で
you
すよ。
must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
OK、わかりました。とりあえずもういいや。
So you'll help me find her?
やりましょう。
Oh, thank
OK、
you.
OK。
You
これは
should
後でやりま
probably
す。
take a look through her room.
Hi,
It's
hi.
the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
はいはい、わかったわかった。ちょっと後でね。
Thanks.
はい、後
I'd
でやりますから。
appreciate it.
黄金について聞きましょう。
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
もっともの疑問だな。
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister?
怒っちゃったよ。
What do you have to say
ごめ
for
んごめんごめん
yourself?
ごめんごめんご
No
めん。
response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
そうだな。少なくともこんな風に冒涜しても黄金律には触れないことは分かったと。
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
そのうち分かるだろ
I suppose we will.
う。じゃあセンティラのことをちょっと話しましょう。
Of course.
そうか、まだ
What have you
これ
discovered?
ごめん嘘。
Yes, Please do.
はい、失礼。はい、ちょっといろいろミッションもらいましたね。待ってね、とりあえず今やろうとしてるのは、閉じた扉の向こうにですよね、ナエビアっていうのが、中に閉じこもっていることなんで、まずこれを探さなきゃいけないんですけどね。とりあえず一旦ちょっと切ろうかな。だいぶなんか、いろいろ話してたら時間が結構経っちゃったので、一旦今回はこれで切りましょう。次回の動画までおさらば。